Stanley Burke's. Along Van Nuys Boulevard in Sherman Oaks stands a building that captures the spirit of Los Angeles' post-war car culture. In 1958, a futuristic coffee shop called Stanley Burke's opened its doors, welcoming drivers, families, and late-night diners. The restaurant was designed by architects Armet and Davis in an iconic Googie style. Inside, designer Helen Liu Fong, a pioneering Chinese-American architect, created a lively interior with booths, counters, and a kitchen that made the restaurant feel like the center of the community. Decades passed. The restaurant changed names. Time nearly wrote the building's final chapter. Then a national restaurant brand stepped in with a bold and rare vision to revive what was already there, a restoration.
Chick-fil-A was interested in this location and saw how interesting the building was and what it meant to the community, and so we decided to partner and restore the building. It was a restaurant to begin with, and it was sort of the living room and community hub of Sherman Oaks. As we were learning more, we were like, okay, this is a building where it would be amazing to have another restaurant in here again and let the community have its living room back again.
With the guidance of architect, historian, and Googie expert Alan Hess, alongside community members and the Los Angeles Conservancy, the project team leaned into the building's origin story. Using Armet and Davis's 1950s drawings, the team carefully repaired the structure with precision. The dramatic roofline was restored, stone walls were rebuilt piece by piece, and the large glass windows were brought back to reconnect the restaurant with the street outside.
Alan has showed us this image of a photo of the restaurant, and this is one of the only photos we have of the interior of Stanley Burke's, and so we were using that as our North Star of analyzing every single detail of that photo. The most notable one is the zigzag booth. We made new zigzag booths to put in the same place where it was originally, even down to the details of the pleating.
And the distinctive two-tone tile wall, long hidden, now curves confidently again. Even the new neon sign was recreated to match the 1958 design. What emerged wasn't a replica, it was a tribute.
Being able to restore Helen Fong's work has been I think probably one of the most enriching architectural projects I got to work on in my career. So I was doing more research on her, and I was like, oh, she's a Chinese-American designer? And I was like, wait, I'm a Chinese-American designer, and it just felt so serendipitous. And then to be able to think about, she was at the forefront of female architects at the time, and to think that she paved probably a lot of the brickwork that I now get to walk on was just so special.
This project approached Stanley Burke's transformation into a national franchise with uncommon care, balancing progress with authenticity.
Buildings are amazing because they are a combination of so many people to make something like that happen. It's kind of indescribable. It's a miracle when these buildings come up because you're wow, all the thoughts and hands that had to go into it for it to look like this is incredible.
Thanks to this project, this Valley original lives on. And yes, in addition to its mid-century Googie swagger, it now comes with a side of waffle fries.